what 2 million can buy you in the suburbs of KL. So today we're going to uncover 3 types of living lifestyle. One which focuses on space. Second one, it could possibly be the most underrated new township which is up and coming. And third one, buying for a brand that most of the people can recognize. So in this video, I'm going to break down 3 types of landed in the suburbs of KL from 3 different angles, starting from the location, the concept, as well as the layout. And at the end of the video, you will know which one will be the best value for your money. So stay tuned.
Buy house, ask house lah.
The first one we are checking out is Street Embun by E&O at the City of Elmina. Starting from 1.5 million for their 23 by 75, the biggest layout can go up to 33 by 75. When people talk about Elmina, the first question is usually, is it really worth the trip? Let's be honest, getting here is not exactly a short journey. From KL, it takes me about 35 minutes on a normal weekday without jam. So, why are most people choosing to move here? What is it about Elmina that makes family willing to travel a little further from the city? Location-wise, Elmina sits around the Shah Alam Sungai Buloh site with access through the Guthrie Corridor Expressway and Dash. Nearby landmarks include Elmina Lakeside Mall, SJKC Region Elmina, Help International School, as well as Help University. Elmina feels like a very large canvas, one that most developers would dream of having. The roads are wide, the pedestrian walkway are well connected, and even the roundabouts are crazily big. Honestly, it's perfect for test driving for any new car. But because Elmina is still a growing township, it does not have the same constant activity you get in nearby areas like Kota Damansara. So if you are visiting for the first time, my suggestion is simple. Drop by Elmina Lakeside Mall. That probably is the best place, right, to get a feel of what the Elmina lifestyle is trying to be. Of course, this mall is not something that you should compare with Mid Valley or One Utama. It's not meant for that kind of place. The developer intention is to make this place more like an experience space, a place where you can slow down and feel the peaceful side of the township. And the whole place is actually designed around the lake, with shops, cafes and restaurants arranged in a way that makes the outdoor space just as important as what's inside. People are not rushing here. You can see aunties having teas and catching up. You see business owners sitting down for discussion, and this I have to give credit to Elmina. Indeed, they create a vibe that is a perfect spot for catching up. For families, I can imagine the routine here. Dropping off your kids for football training, then go for your errands, have a meal, sit down for a coffee, and then come back to pick them up after. And for food, surprisingly, there are actually quite a number of F&B options. It's not a huge mall, but whether you are coming in for a casual meal, coffee, or dinner with family, there's enough variety here to keep your taste bud happy. The project here is Street Embun, a freehold strata development with 360 units of 3-story Superlink homes, sitting on a 35-acre land. For many who doesn't know E&O, they are renowned for building resorts-like homes. Besides having projects in KL, they do have projects in Penang, from the infamous E&O Hotel to building new developments in Andaman. As a hoteler themselves, the details they put in crafting a living experience that you can enjoy is very noticeable. From the perfume-filled common area to a resort-themed clubhouse, everything here feels decorative and intentional, in a good way. The unit that we are checking out today is a 3-story Superlink home, which is a corner lot 33 by 75. It offers you 5 bedrooms to give you the flexibility with room for children, parents, guests, or even a proper work from home space. That being said, 3 stories are not automatically better for everyone. You need to be comfortable with stairs. And because of the high ceiling, I find that I have to walk more steps. However, I can see why the developer is doing so, because if you are buying into a 3-story home, you are looking for a space, and space for you and your family to grow. So starting from 1.5 million, Street Embun makes sense for someone who values space, low-rise environment with a lot of greeneries, and a growing township. But if you need immediate city convenience, a fully matured neighborhood, or a very short commute to town, Elmina may not be the strongest fit. This is a lifestyle choice, and one that works best when you're realistic about the trade-off. If you feel Elmina is a bit too unfamiliar for you, then the next project may feel more recognizable. We are now in Kwasa, Damansara, looking at Daya residence. This is a new freehold, stratified, gated and guarded development by TSR Development. It sits on a 6.52 acres with just 40 semi-detached homes and clubhouse facilities. Starting from 2.6 million, you can find yourself a freehold semi-D in the market. How rare is that? But I can say this project may fly under most people's radar because it's tucked behind a 42-acre park, surrounded by an area that is still not heavily populated. But that could be part of the appeal. because you're close enough to the city and existing amenities, but when you enter this area, it feels like a place where you can take a breath from the usual hustle and bustle or those city noises. So if you're someone who wants to seek for a getaway, possibly this place would be a right fit for you. Speaking of familiarity, why I say this location is a place that you may pass by before, because why? You have a MRT Kwasa Damansara as well as MRT Kwasa Central nearby. And these two stations connects directly to main hotspot in KL like KLCC, TRX or Bukit Bintang. So you can still do your usual shopping hopping during the weekends without driving. Of course, you also have the Menara KWSP, Help International School and University nearby, and also a stone throw away is Kota Damansara. For drivers, there are access towards Dash, NKVE, LDP and Jalan Sungai Buloh, as well as the Subang Airport Highway. So unlike a completely new township, Daya residents is actually leveraging on what's already built around it, including MRT, highways, schools and offices. Similarly to Elmina, the first impression when driving around here was that the streets are clean, the roads are wide, everything feels very orderly. In fact, it felt a bit secluded than it probably should. There are not many residents moving in yet, so I can understand why some people may feel like they came to an abandoned place. But when I drove around further, I noticed that businesses have already started operating. There are supermarkets, cafes and daily use shops beginning to open. To me, that could be a sign that this area is preparing for the residential phase to be completed. When I was around the MRT, I noticed there are a lot of cars parked there. That might sound like a small thing, but it tells you the actual ridership, that people are using the MRT as part of their daily commute. Now let's look at the homes. The unit we are checking out today is the semi-D, which is 36 by 75. One thing I like about this is the side length. It's wide enough to be genuinely useful, and because this is a strata title development, you should not expect to simply extend the structure. It could be slightly wasted, but if you think of the potential, you can actually make this a really nice relaxing corner, an outdoor dining area, or simply a green patch where your kids can run around after schools. Inside, the living room is not really extremely big or long. In some ways, I think it personally works for those people who do not need a massively living hall, just enough space to feel comfortable and cozy. Bedrooms are also decent if you have young children because you have enough room for them to grow into their own space. While the secondary family lounge on the highest floor, I think give your kids a good separated area for study, TV or just their own privacy as they get older. And although this is a 3-story home, the build-up is planned in a way that it still feels manageable. Moving from one floor to another does not feel like a workout because the rooms are all within comfortable reach. So my verdict for this project is it's a smaller gated compound, so you don't expect the same scale of internet facilities as those large master plan township. The value here is less about having everything inside the development, it's more about living close to the MRT. Because being near to the station means it opens up more job opportunities if you are working, and also more educational options for your children, especially as they grow older and become more independent. So if you're looking for a good size semi-D within the price range of 2.6 million with useful outdoor space and a quiet neighborhood, then this could be one for you. Hey, Harris here. So hope you find the video helpful so far, because recently, right, I have just created a new tool which is a property finder.
Buying property oftentimes can be quite confusing. You have a lot of requirements but don't know which one matches the most. So here you can key in how much you are willing to spend, what is your priority, what type of property you're looking for. On top of that, you can also narrow down by location as well as other unique points. Here I also provide pros and cons analysis, so it will show you things that agent won't normally tell you. In addition, if you worry that you miss out on any particular project, I also include a comparison tool where you can compare the projects side by side.
Oftentimes, right, buying property is very easy, but the difficult part is when you have to manage and sell it. So if today, right, you do not want to end up buying a wrong property which will cost you not only money but opportunity cost, I personally would recommend you can explore this property finder. So if you need more information regarding any new landed or condo, do check out the link below. I've included in the description, so don't miss out. The next project is Xenia within the Park City Damansara. Starting from 2.5 million, you can find yourself a 3-story park homes. Xenia is probably the most ambitious concept among the three. Not because it has a park, but because it's asking a different questions, which is how much of your life should happen outside of the house. Think about a normal weekend. You can bring the kids down to play, go for a walk, bump into neighbors, then probably sit down for coffee while the kids continue to play. Or you are heading out to buy groceries and end up catching up with friends along the way. That is the kind of lifestyle Xenia is trying to create. Location-wise, Park City Damansara sits within the wider Petaling Jaya and Damansara catchment, close to Kota Damansara, Mutiara Damansara, Tropicana and Banda Utama. Location map also shows access toward Jalan Sungai Buloh, Dash LDP, NKVE, Penjara Link and the Subang Airport Highway. In the wider areas, you have established amenities such as Sunway Giza, The Curve, IPC, One Utama, LI Mall Damansara, Thomson Hospital as well as the Sunway Specialist Centre. So the first impression here is that it's not a small quiet landed enclave, it's full mixed residential development with park-style landscaping, ponds, facilities, and of course you have the vertical residences all planned together. On paper, it definitely exudes class. I mean, the master plan and landscaping is like very premium. That's also the key point right now. There's not much of physical development to experience yet. So what you are buying is more into the vision and the future outcome, not a completed neighborhood that you can walk through today. Xenia actually offers two very different options. Type A1, which is a 22 by 72 feet lot with a 3,150 square feet built up, features a courtyard, family lounge, 2 utility spaces and 4 bedrooms. Alternatively, you can go for Type B1, which is a 24 by 72, slightly bigger built up space of 3,210 square feet. Although both the difference are about 60 square feet, but the Type B1 have significantly bigger looking spaces, judging by its double volume height ceiling, which is rare for Superlink houses. Another thing to consider is the unique location within the development. These homes are all connected by a linear path that eventually leads to the clubhouse, so some paths may naturally receive more foot traffic from residents walking, jogging or bringing their kids out or heading to the facilities. So if you prefer a more private and quieter home, it's worth checking whether your unit faces or directly connects to one of the main park routes. But if you enjoy being close to the activity and having easier access to the clubhouse, that same location could be a plus. So Xenia is a future-looking project. It's not fully matured yet. So you are buying into what the place can become. For a price from 2.5 million with a Park City Damansara address and a park-focused setting, I think if you like this type of lifestyle-driven community, it's a project that is worth considering. I would say among all these three, the brand for this project possibly will attract you the most. So after watching all three properties, which one do you think is the best value for money? Do comment below if you think it's either Elmina, Kwasa Damansara, or Park City Damansara. So if you like this type of content, do like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next video. Bye!